witnessing any September action themselves. Hickey sets himself, goes up against Trengove. It comes down, no one cleanly away. That could be a free kick. And it is a little too much aggression. Cray, an opportunity, goes even wider still. O'Rourke Smith's got trouble. So too Hunter. Finally, it was Crozier who goes high and long to the outer side.
So certainly got the height advantage. There's a man down.
Geez, Rourke Smith, he doesn't look too good. He tried to get up and sort of fell back down again. So
off an injury last year.
I think it is his knee there, Brownie.
He is clutching it. Working well. So here's this incident. Didn't look a lot in it. Didn't look like there was a twisting motion. Maybe his knee's been jammed into the ground. Let's hope.
Maybe it was his head, Brownie.
Yeah,
just looking at maybe the head hitting the ground. So look at the doctor there. I think maybe it was a head clash.
J.G. Landsberg with
12 now. Be a career best, wouldn't it? A dozen possessions in a quarter.
And he'll send it back where it came from, into the pocket. Membry's got the run. Oh, well done, Crozier. Terrific mark. Great courage.
I don't think we'll take the kick. He won't. It's quarter time. Interesting first quarter with the Bulldogs flying out of the blocks but failing in front of goal. He tries to get it out himself, and he did well. He got it out. Now they've got a chance through Caleb Daniel. Threads his way through some relatively heavy traffic. Gives it off to his big man. Trengove has a look in towards half forward. Jack Stephen is there, but Fergus Green takes the mark.
He had a shot in the first quarter as well, Fergus Green.
He does. Directly in front. I'm going to put it straight through the middle. From 48 metres, the drop punt is on its way. And is on the ball.
Sandals. The whisper.
Green gets his first, and he gets the Dogs first. 1-5, plays 5-3.
Look out,
Deal, and now Sinclair going through the wing. He has a one-on-one ahead. It's Norton and Akers. Akers and Norton. Well done, Blake. Keeps his feet. Has Billings. Can he get to him? Can't. Well done, Norton. Good contest. Great one-on-one battle. That's what the purists want to see. And now the Dogs will work their way out of halfback. Yep. Players, as we hear now, advantage is being paid to the Dogs. Now McRae.
This must result in a score. This is their best chance.
And that's a good kick by McRae. He's a beautiful user. He did well. Finds Lipinski, who's now looking at his options. He has players on short. One of them's Ling Jong. And that's a much better build-up from the Dogs, Brownie.
Much better build-up.
The 2 games this season, hasn't been able to get a look at it. 52 across his 7 years. That's a beautiful kick. Straight over the goal umpire's head, and a much-needed goal for the Western Bulldogs.
He's been a fascinating player, Lin Jong.
Caleb Daniel now to send the Dogs forward once again. Little left foot pass to Fergus Green is okay. Gets it off towards McLean. That's going to come unstuck. Johannesson's lost it to Jack Stephen, who did get rid of it. It's going to be an opportunity now for Caulfield if he can eventually pick it up. He can't. Johannesson gets another opportunity. McRae from 47 metres. The drop punt is good. Dogs are coming back. They've got their third.
Tom Hick checking on Tom Hickey very soon, but they lose the centre clearance. Good pressure there by the Bulldogs, so they've just got a sniff back into the game. Jack McRae is just able to slip off the leash of Jack Steele, who's
specialist ruckman at the moment. The Saints don't have any, and the Dogs once again through Caleb Daniel will go forward. Close the eyes for Tory Dixon, is able to get it. Second grab, did well. Now will retreat off the mark, goes in short to Norton, who's run off half back, and then from 50, the kick partially smothered. So Carlisle stood his ground. Shacky though, quick snap for goal, and the Dogs have kicked 3 in a row, and they bridge the gap.
Yeah, it's all happened off the back of Hickey coming off the ground. So a little bit more comfortable week in, week out.
Yeah, he's starting to find a few more disposals, Brucey. So today hasn't had a big day disposal-wise, but he's starting to get up around the 14, 15 disposal mark. Let's see.
Dunkley back to Lipinski, and again short. Nice build-up. Now Caleb Daniel. We know he's creative. He finds Roughhead. Has Hunter coming out. Then he goes to Lockie Hunter. Well done. Nice build-up by the Dogs. So we'll ride this kick right behind Lockie Hunter. He'll be right on his limit. He'll kick from inside the 50. Puts everything into it. It's going to be on line. It's got the distance. He's happy about it too, Lockie Hunter. And the Western Bulldogs answer close to half-time and get the margin back to 10 points.
There you go.
Puts to support and then cleans up. And here's the running man, Johannesson. This is disposal 18. Takes 2 bounces. He could have kept running, but he goes to Lin Jong. It dribbles in front of him. He might get it back. He keeps running. He does. And now he has McRae. Good build-up from the Dogs. He comes inboard. Caleb Daniel sidesteps and goes on the left. Nice build-up from the Western Bulldogs and finds Tory Dixon. So Tory Dixon, just his 6th game for the season, the 4 goals, but we know he's a beautiful set shot for goal. He comes in and will ride that. It's going to be close, but it sneaks in. He's got it. And the Western Bulldogs, great response in this second term. And now as we tick down to half-time, they trailed by just the 4 points.
Have been legged. He was, so he plays on quickly to Dunkley. Has a somewhat tentative bounce, then goes wide to the outer side. They can get the first one. All of a sudden we could see the Dogs taking the lead. Lipinski taken high. He's got a free kick 40 metres out, almost directly in front.
Watching these marking contests a lot closer.
Pretty accurate in front of goal, Brown. He's kicked 10-4 so far this season and make that 11-4. And can you believe it? The Dogs have hit the front.
A nice sidestep from Norton. Good bit of footwork, goes short. It's a nice mark. Lipinski, who's had an excellent quarter of football. He's up to the 17 disposals, called to play on, so he goes to the top of the square. It's a 2-on-2. Shaki there, Bontempelli at the back. Just read it better than everyone did, Bontempelli. And that's his first goal for the afternoon, and the Dogs take the lead.
How clever was that?
Off, boys.
This is big.
He's not well. He's not right.
Yeah, that'd be a big loss, wouldn't it, if he doesn't turn it over.
Nice kick in from Armitage. Goes to the big man in Carlisle. As we said, having a stint in the ruck, but that handball was a bit sloppy. Made it difficult for McKenzie, and then the fumble. He's turned one mistake into 2. And now the Dogs, McLean has Wallace. He breaks the 50. We'll have a shot from 45. Oh, that's going to hurt. And Wallace has kicked his first goal, and the Western Bulldogs now get out to a 13-point lead.
Dogs go surging forward again, up towards the half-forward line. All of a sudden, the St Kilda defence rattled and running out of room. An opportunity for Dixon, can give it to Johannesson. He'll sprint through the St Kilda defence, give it off to Bontempelli. Standing start from 48 metres. Dogs have got another. He's got his second. Dogs have got their 10th. And all of a sudden, they've shot out to a 19-point lead.
Control of that football. If they've got control of it, it's completely different, but they don't have control of it, and you can't let Johannesson just run by himself. He's up to 29 disposals now.
Get a bit of composure, Gear with a fumble, back to Hunter Clark. Just a slow kick, gave Crozier an opportunity, and now the Dogs again. Crozier lowers the eyes, lovely pass, and finds Shaki, who will go back to kick his second goal.
Rough.
Look to kick the Bulldogs' 5th goal of the quarter. The Saints haven't kicked one. And he has made no mistake, Shaki. He likes it too. That's his second goal. And the Western Bulldogs are putting on a clinic in this 3rd term.
3rd quarter. And it's interesting to note they've won only one 4th quarter since round 8. So it'll be interesting to see what they can produce in the final term, as Steele tried to lock it up. But Dunkley gives it to Bontempelli. He's got another one. The Bont has 3 all in this term. And this is an extraordinary turnaround.
Yeah, you can just see the Saints guys looking around. Not a lot of chat. No one taking control down there, Brownie. And
a lot of finger pointing going on there. That's always a good sign.
So here's Bontempelli again for his 4th goal for the quarter. Marcus Bontempelli is putting on a show, and the Western Bulldogs now kick 39 points clear.
He's on his own. I'm going to go and get the matchup. Bontempelli, now that's really good craft. Ross did as much as he possibly could, but he needs to be locked onto him better than that.
7-point turnaround. Unbelievable. Out of the middle, Jack Stephen tries to get clear. Tackled by McRae, and he's lost the footy. The one-way traffic continues. McRae picks himself up, goes down towards the half-forward line. They're just running in lines and running in waves. A long bomb, there's another one. It's now a 73-point turnaround.
yeah, well, I'm a bit speechless up here because it was a close game, but gee, the Saints haven't given a yelp, and to be fair to the Dogs, they've been outstanding. They're running, they're linking up, they're helping each other out. As you can see, a nice handball, and they're finishing with really, really good goals. So
Ross onto the right, and The siren beating them. Standing ovation from Bulldog supporters. They have come back into this game with an absolute booming bang. What a quarter of football. An 8-goal blast. And they've kept the Saints goalless. Watching Hickey trying to run down the ground. Finding it very, very difficult indeed, the big man.
I think it was that.
Ballarat. So he's kicking from 53 metres. The drop punt on its way and in the square, and Shackey takes a fine grab. Big pack mark.
Yeah, that's good. He likes to get involved up the field, but he has to have this part to his game.
He gets his third, and the Dogs get their first in this final quarter, but they're in total control with just under 5 minutes remaining.
So it's important. I like this.
Yeah, and that's why you sense it's a big sort of 3 weeks for a Shackey. That, you know, he's now worked his way into a bit of form. He's got 3. Here he is here coming in. He's got 3 goals. He's had, 11 disposals. So just building on his season. For
Lin Jong gives it off to Bontempelli. That'll be his last kick. And now Lipinski will have his last kick. And the Dogs are back on the winners list after a nightmarish 3 months in which they won only 1 game. They've come out tonight, and after giving the Saints a 28-point start, have finished in fine style, running out eventual winners by 35 points.
Big third term from yourself, but the second quarter, you flip this game around. What had happened from a player's perspective?
I think we just got to be better, ball in hand. I think we were a bit fumbly early, which was probably allowing the St Kilda numbers just to get on top. We weren't giving ourselves much of a chance because we just weren't clean around the ball. So we fixed that up. We managed to get a bit cleaner, get a bit of transition stuff going, and that helped us score.
Going into the game, what was the biggest threat for St Kilda? What you needed to be wary of?
Yeah, their numbers. They get them around the ball and they take off extremely fast. We were conscious of their numbers getting out the back too at times when we probably got too drawn into the ball, which allowed their numbers out the back. So we had to be cautious of their extra numbers out the back. I think once we got the inside sorted, we were able to win a bit more ball. It sort of made them a bit more relevant. So once we got that right, it sort of helped us a lot in the end.
It's been a difficult year, and more importantly, the last 10 weeks. But how does that feel? You know it's tough, you get into the business end, but a cracking win.
It is, especially for our young blokes. We have been having a bit of a rough go. A win's been hard to come by the last few weeks, so it means so much to everyone, but particularly those young blokes who want to taste that success and a bit of a win early in their careers, and I'm glad we got that tonight.
It's good to see Josh Shackey got his hand to a few tonight, kicked a couple of goals. You spent a bit of time forward, but he's been through a lot as well.
He has. He's growing sort of week by week, Josh. His competitiveness has really been growing, I think, at the same rate, and I think that's why we've seen him take a few more plunks, get up and down the ground. Has always been his biggest strength, but it's a great confidence builder for him to know that he can go in, have an impact for us, so it keeps probably a few of us hybrids up the ground a bit more, but he's great to play with and great to work with.
Sensational win. Thanks for your time.
No time, mate.
last quarter, you can't see the ball, Joey. You can't kick goals if you can't see the ball.
No, but I like how excited they are. That's great to see.
Yeah, good on them.
Because it is a long time sometimes footy when you're not winning. So great to see them enjoy this song. They deserve it.
That was for Fergus Green, by the way.